At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
Welcome to The Last Show. I am David Cooper. They walk among us. They look like us. They blend in, but they're not us. And they certainly sound a little different. They are British people. And I am currently here in Canada with one of them who has seen Canada for the first time in a long time. It's our foreign correspondent, Tony Five. He is here with me in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, North America, Earth, visiting. Tony, hello.
Good day, David.
That's...
David.
You blend in.
Mountie.
That's what we say.
Maple syrup.
That's what we do. We go up to each other, Canadians, and shout maple syrup.
Go Blue Hawks.
Close.
Yeah, David, this is foreign correspondent, Tony Five. Not so foreign, David. I am here in your beautiful country of Toronto.
You are, and today we had poutine.
We did, David. I thought it was made up. It is amazing. It was from one of your well-established Canadian restaurants, the B&O. B&W?
A&W.
Yeah, that's right. I loved it.
Free advertising for them. You did not love it. You ate around the cheese curds.
Okay, so it consists of cheese, gravy, and chips or fries.
On what planet does a Canadian audience need? Okay, fine. Okay, yeah. I assume there are people in the U.S. who listen. I live in the U.S. Okay.
Yeah. But I do love a chips and gravy or a fries and gravy in the UK. Mm-hmm. The addition of the cheese curd.
This is sacrilegious.
It's unique. I wouldn't say it was the best thing, but I did have some.
You're going to get in a whole country to hate you right now.
I stayed in one of your most popular streets yesterday, which is Yonge Street, equivalent of my Oxford Street or Main Street in some place in America, which is kind of a big place. I met various people. I would say a good 60% of people thought I was Australian.
Yeah, that is true. People have been going up to you on this. And to me, you sound so British, but...
Yeah, so, and weirdly, an Australian person in the hotel thought I was from Australia.
Wow. Well, that doesn't speak.
He was from Tasmania, and he said, "Oh, whereabouts are you from? Back home?" And I went, "London." And he sort of looked at me in a really odd way, and I said, "No." He goes, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "I'm visiting this great country," and I've just had the most incredible time. It's been wonderful.
The stereotypes of Canada that the average Brit has.
Yes.
Have we lived up to them?
Okay.
Are we more than the stereotypes?
Okay, let's go through stereotypes. So if I ask any of my friends, and I have been calling back home, is it cold? First question, is it cold? Yes, it is bitterly cold.
It is, yeah, it's unseasonably cold.
Yeah, I can feel the black wear out on me. I feel paler by being here for the last 24 hours than ever. Mm-hmm. I feel that people who live in these colder climates, like you, like your family.
Well, I live in New York, which is milder than this. I mean, it doesn't really snow, and when it snows in New York, it's off the streets melted within minutes.
Yeah, I think you've got it in your blood, so you can kind of cope with it.
True.
I randomly, before I came, I went onto a wonderful website called Amazon. I don't know whether you guys have it here.
Yeah, it's. I mean, people may not have heard of it, but you can buy things. Yeah,
right. And I bought electric hand warmers, which David thought was the most amazing thing ever. I was prepped and ready to go.
It's in one fell swoop the most touristy thing you could have. Like, you seem so out of place there on the street with your electric hand warmers, but on the other hand, it's so sensible and smart. I don't know what to make of it.
Absolutely. And yeah, it was fantastic. I did try to explore. So I asked so many Canadians last night. So I was sort of at a loss walking about.
You went to a traditional Canadian restaurant for dinner?
Called Red Lobster.
Yes.
So I went to a traditional Canadian restaurant that many of you know.
It's not.
Called Red Lobster. I had grilled shrimp, which was, again, a traditional Canadian dish. I'm guessing everybody in Canada has.
Or in the UK, you call them prawns. And in some parts of the US, they call them shrimp.
Shrimp. Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. I walked around. I waited, I would say, a good 7 hours till I got my first A.
Oh,
A.
yeah.
Yeah, which was
you
incredible.
were expecting an earlier A. Yeah.
I was expecting an earlier A. We went to a traditional Jewish deli when we left the airport. Of this world.
We did, yeah. The racist Jewish granny next to us.
Absolutely. So I wasn't going to mention that on air just for fear of cancellation.
Well, we won't say what she said, but go on.
But, you know, we were sat opposite a wonderful elderly Jewish lady.
Little PSA, we don't support racist grannies and the racism.
I wouldn't say that. I quite liked her. And she was about to be incredibly racist, not directly towards me, let me say, but just to make an incredibly racist comment where her daughter, who was absolutely aghast and embarrassed, was trying to pull her back. But it was, I mean, you must have all had that.
Okay. So we got the deli, we got Red Lobster, we got you hearing A, we got you eating poutine. You met someone, I mean, we're on a lot of stations. One of the stations we're on is here in Toronto.
Yep.
You met someone who is a surprising fan of the show. I don't know how he got to listening to us. Maybe his radio's broken.
You're talking about former Mayor John Tory.
Correct. The former mayor of the city of Toronto is a listener of us from when we do this show. We used to host an overnight show. And he made time in his day to have coffee with us, and he's a huge fan of yours.
Okay, he absolutely blew my mind. A kinder, nicer, more open man I have never met.
He should have been his campaign manager.
Considering this guy was mayor of, what did you say, one of the largest cities in North America?
Third largest city in North America. Sometime after I left Canada, Toronto beat Chicago population-wise. It goes Mexico City, New York City, Toronto. Oh, no, L.A., fourth biggest.
Okay.
New York, L.A., and Mexico City are the top three, and then Toronto.
And then Cincinnati?
Chicago.
Okay. Yeah. And he took time out of his day to come out of his way to meet us at an office. He took David and I for a coffee.
He did buy us coffee.
He did buy us coffee, even though you offered. And he's become an advocate of your coffee, the Cortado.
Oh, yeah. I showed him a new coffee.
You showed him a new coffee.
I mean, he bought us a coffee. That's the most money. I mean, it's not indirect money, but that's the most we've ever made doing radio.
Technically, is that city money that he spent?
No, because he's no longer the mayor.
But it could have had savings. So I could have been spending your hard-earned tax dollars.
I mean, I assume he got a salary from when he was mayor.
Right. Which came from the city,
so
and he spent that on us.
So in a way, the government paid for our coffee.
Thank you. And he was just lovely. He was very open. He was hilarious.
He's funny, yeah.
He's very bawdy, as we would call it in the UK. So he'd like really funny jokes. And he was genuinely happy to see us, and I was really happy to see him. He was David's super fan. Like he was a real super fan of David.
I feel like this is not the average Canadian experience. Poutine, Red Lobster, and a former mayor. Not everyone from England gets that.
Not at all.
No.
If it could only be better if I met a Mountie. So if any of you guys are Mounties, I haven't seen a Mountie yet. I expected everybody to be walking around.
We have to drive out pretty far.
Okay, there's no Mounties in Toronto?
I mean, there may be, but it's mostly just the Toronto police, and they're not Mounties.
And also, I made a really good faux pas. So in England, everybody thinks that Canadians really polite, really friendly. So I'm opening the door for everybody.
Oh yeah, holding the door open for someone to go through it for more than like 20 seconds. Like I was in a cafe, like getting my stuff in order, and so you're standing there with the door open, waiting for me, and I'm like, Tony, you can't hold a door open in -1 million for 5 minutes waiting for me. Everyone in the cafe is going to be mad at you.
Right? Yeah, and they were all like freezing. Icicles developing on their nose and everything like that. But again, it's just really polite. And like most people were doing it for me. So I had a great time. I've got another night here. So I'm fingers crossed for a Mountie later. Or perhaps, I don't know, is there a king of Canada?
I mean, yes, but he's
my king.
Yeah.
All right. Is there a president of Canada?
No, prime minister. We'll see if we can line him up. I don't think it's going to happen for us, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Carney, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're a little bit far away from Ottawa right now, but Tony, it has been a joy having you here. If you've got suggestions for what Tony should do in his last day in Canada, send him an email, tony@lastshow.pizza. That's tony@lastshow.pizza. Tony, what a joy.
It's been amazing. And please do send me an email.
My name is Jordan, and I'd like to invite you to join me on The Canadian Gothic, a podcast covering stories of Canadian crime, mystery, and the offbeat. The Canadian Gothic blends the spirit of late-night talk radio with the depth of a documentary film and applies that approach to both developing stories and historical cases. So if you're drawn to the dark, mysterious, and offbeat, search for and subscribe to The Canadian Gothic wherever you find podcasts.
You are listening to Canadian Gothic.